All right, man, welcome to that Synth Show. We got, I think, the most long-awaited news from Behringer in, maybe in history, but I know it's been a crazy build-up. We got the Behringer JN-80, an absolutely epic, inspirational recreation, plus on steroids, baby, added an extra 2 voices to this beautiful beauty, okay? Not only that, it's fully loaded, it's gorgeous, and we're gonna go over everything today. We're gonna watch the demo video, we're gonna check it all out. I'm excited to be here with you. Let's go, baby, with that Synth Show. Woo! All right, man, here we are. I'd like to welcome all the Behringer brothers. I'd like to welcome all the synth renegades. Welcome everybody to the Bro Synth Network, the fastest, most hottest expanding network of synthesizer enthusiasts all over the world, man. We're the bros, we're not the pros. We're just the working man out here trying to have a good time with a bunch of synthesizers. And it's absolutely amazing to be hyping up and have the actual honor to sit here and talk about this beautiful synthesizer. I'm excited, man. I'm gonna buy this thing 100%. I gotta buy it now, you know, kind of just for the synth lore and the history and the storyline, and it's just pretty cool, man. But can you believe this thing's coming in at $699? You get this absolutely gorgeous Juno 60 recreation. I mean, I just think it's fantastic. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's loaded to the gills. We're gonna check out the video in a second from the greatest demo man in the game, Patchdog, okay? They got the video loaded here, but I also got it loaded up on the side. But man, it's faithfully reimagined, 2 extra voices. It's one of the most iconic friggin' synthesizers known to man. Some people hate on it, but man, if you ask me, it was using some of the greatest friggin' pieces of all time. You know? Beautiful 24 dB low pass filter based on the corrected 3109 chip, a classically 662 driven VCA architecture, all working in harmony to deliver unmistakable sonic textures. This thing is friggin' amazing, and when you hear the demo from Patchdog, you will think nothing but amazing, because it's friggin' out of control. 49 semi-weighted keys with polyphonic aftertouch. You heard that? You heard it, polyphonic aftertouch? They're giving you a Juno 60 plus 2 with a bunch of other IOUs, and you get a friggin' polyphonic aftertouch keybed. Standard issue with Behringer now, baby. It's gorgeous. I thought it was just gonna be aftertouch, but I'm reading here polyphonic aftertouch. Crazy. Absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, it's got the classic 3109 fuel 24 dB low pass filter with resonance, positive and negative M low control. It's crazy. Pure analog signal path, all-around authentic DCOs. For those of you out there that don't know the terms, that's a digitally controlled oscillator. I mean, you got the chorus in there, the vintage chorus. You can save up to 400 user presets. Comes packed to the gills with 200 factory presets. Incorporate 100 premium sounds from Ultimate Patches, Volume 3, okay? So we're gonna check that out today. And we're also going to be checking out a couple other things at the end too. So man, let's get right into the Behringer video, shall we? Because it's awesome. Oh, and we got Bar Talk 2 coming up. Don't forget that. We got Bar Talk 2.
So get this, it's been almost 9 years since the DeepMind 12 was released. Oh. Wow, what a ride we've been on at Behringer since then. And it was of course based on the legendary Juno 106. But in the world of DCO synthesizers, the Juno 60 was often viewed as the top dog for its much more substantial analog architecture, especially with its fully analog modulation and its fully analog DCO clock. So if there was ever a DCO synthesizer worth reviving, I think this one fits the bill. It's the JN-80.
Can we just take a second and look how gorgeous it is? It's beautiful. I know Noir is not the biggest fan, man, but listen, man, you gotta be a fan now. How are you not gonna be a fan? How are you not gonna be a fan for 699 bands? This is absolutely out of control. I think everybody should buy this just because it's such a good price. I mean, come on, man. You kidding me? Complaining about the saws, man. The saws is absolutely perfect. The saws is friggin' perfect. It's perfect.
So, for all you weird and wonderful synthesists out there that appreciate a good analog comeback, here it is at last, the hotly anticipated Behringer JN-80. What a synth, packed with polyphonic goodness, a gorgeous analog chorus, and that unmistakable sound and character heard on so many classic records. And it is, of course, a faithfully created reproduction of that
It looks 80s, it sounds 80s, it might as well be friggin' 80s, baby, because we're living in the 80s today. I love the 80s. I'm an 80s baby, you know that. I'm a synth baby and I'm an 80s baby. Soon I'm gonna be $1 million baby.
Legendary Japanese synthesizer, the Juno 60. And though that was famous for its 6-voice architecture, we couldn't resist the urge to supercharge this one to a much more satisfying 8 voices. Not bad. And it's a synth sound that made its way onto many a classic record. From the likes of Eurythmics using it on Sweet Dreams, to George Michael famously taking one home and recording some of Wham's biggest hits with it, and also Enya's breakthrough album Watermark, where she was famously quoted as saying regarding the synth, "We wouldn't part with it for anything in the world." And of course we can't fail to mention the...
And you gotta love Enya. You gotta love Enya. You gotta love Enya. I mean, can we give a shout out to Patchdog here, man? The greatest demo in the game. I was saying something the other day. It's so cool, man, how they got some really great demo guys, man. They got Bartok, they got Gatto Bus, they got that new chick, I can't remember her name. They got friggin' Patchdog, dude. This is the dream team, okay?
The impact it had on early house music and European rave culture, with the likes of OG Chicago house legend Larry Heard, Liam Howlett of The Prodigy, and Daft Punk all incorporating its sound into their first breakthrough records. And in more recent years, with urban producers like hip-hop legend Mike Dean using it on Kanye's smash hit Stronger.
Mike Dean! You know I've been repping Mike Dean since the get-go, baby. I've been a Mike Dean fan since day one. Okay? I'm a Kanye fan as well. So, I'm a fan of it all. And I'm also a fan of that song, Stronger. Sometimes I blast that real loud when I'm feeling a little bit of weakness.
And Canadian funk masters Chromeo also using it as their main workhorse synth throughout
Shout out to the Maple Syrup Mafia, baby!
their first albums.
How are you gonna be mad at it? How long are the haters gonna keep this dirty streak of nasty negativity going? How long before you all break and finally realize that Behringer is the greatest synth company on planet Earth? How much longer is it gonna take? All right? How much longer is it gonna take for every man, woman, and child on this God green flat Earth gonna take before everybody says, all right, we admit it, they're amazing.
most important aspects of any synth has to be how user-friendly its design and layout is. And of course, if it ain't broke...
I mean, just for the looks, you gotta have it just for the looks. Just for the looks, man. I was thinking about it the other day, having a BX1, a Jupiter 16, JT16, and the JN-80. Oh, man, it's just like, what a dream come true for so many.
Don't fix it. And the JN-80 stays true to a really intuitive setup here, with 5 voicing modes consisting of polyphonic, dual, unison, quad, and mono, a 7-mode arpeggiator, LFO, the DCO with a sub-oscillator, saw wave, and square wave with PWM.
That's it, Trader. Hey, don't go that far, bro. Hey, we're trying to get away from the cult. We're trying to get away from the cult moniker. Everyone keeps calling the Bro Synth Network a cult. Everyone keeps calling the Synth Renegades a cult. I don't know, man. It seems like anything that's just a good time and fun, people are labeling a cult these days. It ain't no cult, dude. You know? It ain't no cult. You all just crying a little too much salt.
A noise generator, HPF, and of course that iconic 24 dB low-pass filter with no holes barred on authenticity with its fully discrete 3109 based circuitry.
Yeah, pair this with the Lindrum, now we're talking. Or the BMX that's coming soon, the BMX and this, the Lindrum and that. Oh, I'm talking, man. Listen, don't even talk about it. I'll show you in a second.
There's the authentic 662 VCA design, ADSR envelope, and yes, those beautiful Roman numeral 1 and 2 buttons for that.
Someone just asked, what's the price? Well, boom, $669, baby. $669. Okay, full tilt. Boom, boom, bam, bam. $669.
Gorgeous analog BBD chorus. Then you've got a super intuitive programmer with LCD display for configuring settings and accessing the 256 onboard program memories. And you've all...
Someone asked if I went back in time. I don't know. I just came in here a couple days ago looking a little prettier, looking a little sharper, looking a little smoother. Come on, man. Nothing wrong with a little synth makeover every once in a while.
Also got quick fire assignable preset recall. Pretty nice. Then we have the performer controls on the left here with pitch, filter bend.
I mean, the price on this is crazy. This is what you're paying. If you want to go get a vintage old dusty, stinky Juno 60, okay, you're going to pay $2,500. You're going to pay $3,000, $4,000, okay? All the vintage hawks out there scraping, you know, the vultures, 45, you know, these are all broken. All these are broken. Everyone on here is broken. You're going to have to repair it, spend all this time, only got 6 voices, all the other, or you come over, you take a walk down Behringer Avenue and you pick yourself up a JN-80 for an absolute cool $669. Everybody in the world can come up with $669, okay? If you can't call me, we'll talk about some ways for you to make $669, because I got a few.
LFO trigger as well as the master volume pot, and it's got full MIDI implementation of all the controls, so great for working with a DAW. There's a 49 key keyboard that has built-in aftertouch, and on the back panel it's loaded with high quality jack audio outputs, sync, sustain and CV, as well as MIDI, DIN and USB connections.
Yeah, repeat 10 times a day. It's not a cult. It's not a cult. It's not a cult. Okay?
And one of the distinctive aspects of this classic circuit, making it somewhat of an outlier compared to the vintage synths of that era, was its single DCO per voice architecture. But what the...
Bro, I saw it too. I went down and I read just like you. Polyphonic, aftertouch is the polyphonic aftertouch. Look at it, 49 semi-weighted, full-weighted keys, 49 semi-weighted full-size keys with polyphonic aftertouch, all right? You saw it here, man. I ain't making it up. I just saw Patchdog say it too, so we'll see. We'll see.
The engineers at the time considered might be a potential disadvantage actually turned out to be one of its biggest draws, since it's for that precise reason that they added the now beloved and iconic chorus module. But even with a single DCO per voice with its full analog signal path and now 8 voices, this thing can still do a lot of heavy cooking. So let's go ahead and check out some of the raw sound of the oscillators to get an idea of the core sound of the synth.
Hashtag got those hands. I mean, who's gonna tell you this don't sound good? Don't believe them. The same people telling you this doesn't sound amazing is the same propaganda out there since day one, trying to convince you that the Bro Synth Network is not the finest, most stand-up group of gentlemen on the damn internet. Do not believe them, okay? Do not believe them. This is amazing. It sounds amazing. Juno 60, plus 2 extra voices, polyphonic aftertouch, epic chips, chorus, bucket, brigade. I mean, even if you don't want this, even if you hate the Juno 80, this is the best MIDI keyboard you can buy. A polyphonic aftertouch MIDI keyboard, okay? For $669. Go find one. You won't. That raw sound without the chorus. Yeah, I'll pre-order mine pretty much as soon as we get off here, guaranteed. Because what I want to do, I'll tell you in a second, because I want to do this here, because I'm doing a little something special here now with the thing I got going on, right? I'm doing a little chop. So hold up. If you're not one of those lucky guys that have a chick with polyphonic aftertouch, bro, pick up the JN-80 and treat yourself, okay? Synth bless.
Recording with this analog gem is an absolute joy, with loads of flexibility for...
Yeah, man, if you're just getting here, it ain't no joke. Look at this polyphonic aftertouch, $699. So, you know what this is? This is probably one of the coolest recreations inspired by leveled up on steroids synthesizers that Behringer has ever recreated, inspired by the Juno 60. Because it ain't a clone, it's inspired by it, it's something different. And if you don't even like the Juno 60, you got a polyphonic aftertouch MIDI controller for $669. Come on. Kidding me?
Programming sounds with character that can inspire great records. And there's a lot of flavors to cook with, from chunky bass lines to visceral lead sounds to the best synth brass in the business, and sprinkled with some searing arpeggiators. You got all the ingredients needed for the perfect synth studio experience.
Thing, baby. It's better than the real thing. Everybody knows it. It's better than the real thing.
So there we have it, guys. Another analog gem brought back to life. Does it get
resurrected, brought back to life, okay? Cyborged up and brought to you even better than before, okay? This is pretty cool, man. And you know what the cool part about Behringer is? This is what makes Behringer one of the coolest companies out there right now. and the finger on the pulse of culture. You got the Bro Synth Network out here. You got the Synth Renegades. You got the Behringer Bros. You got everybody out here working their butt off, 2-3 jobs sometimes, supporting families, kids, everything else, just to get home and have a piece of paradise in the basement or the attic or another room or the garage where they can go out there and sit around some beautiful synthesizers that have been out of reach, too hard to afford forever. You know, this is why Behringer's a beautiful company. This is why they got such overwhelming support from everybody, including the pros who won't say they support it, but they do. Everybody does. Some just stay quiet. But we got a boisterous, fired up, passionate group of people who just love Behringer, man, and I don't see anything wrong with it, you know? And that's why I'm the unofficial global ambassador for the Behringer Bros. And one of the cool things Behringer did, man, if you ask me, is, you know, they reached out to a bro like me and said, hey, man, you want to do something cool? And I was like, cool, it's just me and Patch Dog. Let's do it. Boom, done, bam. Nothing to it. For nothing other than a storyline, baby. Nothing other than a good time. That's all it is. Because that's all I do it for, and that's all you do it for. It's a good time, baby. We do it for the thrills, not the bills. Let's roll.
Any better than this? Just an awesome synth to play and to record with, and I'm sure all you guys are gonna write some incredible music with it. And just to see the video out, I thought it'd be fun to drop a semi-recreation of one of Fingers Inc.'s classic tunes. And figuring I could do with a vocal over it, I thought why not invite a good mate of ours to come up with a few bars. So this was the Behringer JN-80. I've been Patch Dog, and to take us out with some inspirational lyrics, let's welcome Synth Samurai. Catch you in the next one, folks. Peace.
Comes a moment in history when the ground trembles, not from war, but from sound. Behringer, instrument of the people, has risen not to flatter emperors, but to empower the worker, the dreamer, the street-born philosopher of tone. And now, the JN-80 arrives, a thunderclap in plastic and steel, a resurrection of the legendary spirit, not for the collector, but for the creators, not for the museums, but for the battlefields of the now. This machine will not whisper, it will roar across studios, bedrooms, stages, and the screens. It will set the world ablaze with chorused fire. Remember, it is not the price of your tools, but the purpose behind them. Let them hear your voice. Let them feel your will. The JN-80 is not just a synthesizer. It is a sound revolution.
That's how you cut a promo, baby. That's how you cut a promo. I don't care what anyone says. That's how you cut a promo. People woke up this morning, thought they were still dreaming. They could not believe what they saw with their own two beautiful eyes, okay? They saw the dynamic duo, okay? The hurricane met the thunderstorm, the Patch Dog and the Synth Samurai. One time only for the world to see, baby. Collabed up with the great Behringer. And I want to thank Uli, baby, and I'm humbled to have had the chance to evolve the storyline and to enjoy and help hype this synthesizer like no other, because it deserves to be hyped. And guess what, baby? We're doing it for the right reasons. Woo! All right, man. So that's the JN-80. I'm trying to experiment here. I'm about to cut the stream and keep going live, but I got a video in the bank now to upload later, trying to up my game. So that's it, baby. That's Synth Show. Sloo.